Hey pretty, I am so excited. It is time for another vlog. I was thinking about what it's gonna be, but it is gonna be like a vlog, chit chat, get ready with me kind of thing. We're gonna be talking about this season and how to protect your mental health, how to prepare for relationship shifts, rest, all the things to intentionally plug in during this season. And to make the best of it as we prepare for 2023. And then you're gonna go to dinner with me and the girls because that's the way that I really like to unplug, but also plug in. Okay, so you know I'm gonna tell you to do. Before we do anything else, stop what you're doing, press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're always notified when a new video goes up. Like this video and then share it with somebody so they can get in on the conversation. And then they can give me some more ideas for content and we can grow the Pretty Crew. The goal is still to hit 500 and with your help, I can do that. So hit that subscribe button. All right. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be chatting about tips for the Christmas season for your mental health, your relationships, and rest. And I think it's really important because a lot of times we talk about the fun things about this season, but if we're being honest, we all know that there is overwhelm associated with the holidays, right? There's good things and then there's high stress things. We're thinking about gifts or we're thinking about having to connect with family members or friends that we may not have connected with in a long time. We're thinking about people being in our personal space when we may be used to very contained environments. We're thinking about additions to our schedules, right? So now there's more things to do. We're thinking about our finances, about how we're going to afford certain things, and how we are going to take care of all those gifts that we're thinking that we have to get. And then a lot of times with all of that, we lose ourselves. And so I thought it was super important to take some time for us to chat about what should really be happening right now. And the first thing is prepping your mental health. Like, there are going to be moments where you feel overwhelmed and you feel like, you know what, I don't want to do this. And it's okay. It's 1000% okay to pull back and be like, you know what, I need a break. You need to listen to yourself and your body and your mind, your soul. And when you're beginning to feel that overwhelm, immediately set some parameters for how you're going to respond. Can you take 30 minutes to yourself to breathe, to think things through, to process, to write down what's going on, and to figure out what's triggering you? Can you call someone and say, talk through a situation with them and be like, hey, I was just experiencing this. I just want to bounce it off of you and you kind of share with me your perspective. If you have a counselor, making extra appointments. My appointments are typically every week. And so that may be something that you all want to do, like adding an extra appointment if you were doing every other week or doing twice a week. And also people that do 3 times a week during this season, just because they need to make sure that they're centered. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because again, there's a lot of emotions that happen during this season, some good and some very overwhelming. And so being upfront about how it could potentially affect you is the first step in making sure that you're able to effectively and in a healthy way plug in to Christmas. So first things first, mental health. Listen to you. Okay? All right, so the second thing, we're talking about things getting added to your schedule. Be realistic. Don't just add things to add things. Just because everybody has holiday parties, just because everybody wants to go out, just because everyone else has additional free time that they want to fill up, doesn't mean that you have to. It also doesn't mean that you have to take on extra projects. Now, it may be a really good opportunity if you do have a break to work on some of those things that you haven't had an opportunity to, like setting aside intentional cover time. That's totally fine. But again, do that in moderation because again, you need actual time to process what you've done throughout the year. So taking on additional projects and just focusing on those is a lot too. And so you want to be really careful about how you're balancing that. Don't fill your schedule just because other people's schedules are filled. If you need rest, take rest. If you need to bow out of certain obligations, bow out of certain obligations. If you need to rethink what your schedule looks like, rethink what your schedule looks like. This is also a really, really good time to think about how you're going to schedule the first quarter of the year. So in 2023, having your first quarter planned now is good because it gives you a sense of accomplishment. It gives you a sense of peace. It also helps you to think about what trajectory you need to get started at a good pace. You don't want to wait until January 1st to start planning your first quarter. That's not what you want to do. You do want to do that during the holiday season. That also means, I'm sorry guys, that also means that you're going to be taking some time to pull back and focus on your needs and your to grow list and what you're needing to do as far as your schedule to get some of those things accomplished. And there's something that I think would be super helpful for you in that, and that is going to be released really, really soon. It is the Hey Pretty, Let's Set Those Faith Goals planner. This planner has been built with all of this in mind, and I'm really excited that it's able to come out right now because I think that it's a perfect time for it. Like I said, when you're planning for the first quarter, it's undated. I don't know if you can see this. And it has a makeup kit, so you have a prayer list, a week highlight, your scripture focus, your affirmation for the week. It has plenty of space to write in for the days, your faith goals list. It just has all of the things that you need to properly prep for your year. And it's important to do that again ahead of time so that you're not scrambling, that you're not feeling anxious when you're doing it, that you have time to pace yourself through processing your schedule, because you're gonna have to process what you got to do coming up, right? Because there are some goals that you have, there are some things that you need to do, some metrics, some deliverables that you need to meet. And so having a planner that'll walk that through with you, that is faith-based, that keeps you centered, that provides you with tools to have healthy dialogue with yourself, that's what this is. It'll be available on heyprettylife.com. It'll also be available at the Hey Pretty conference. So I will have some on site for you there, but you could also pre-order it on heyprettylife.com. Okay, so we've talked about schedule. Let's talk about relationships, because this is a thing. Because if you're like me, my home is my sanctuary. I don't have a lot of people in my house anymore. It is very, very sacred to me. This is the place where I unwind, I unplug. The same for my family. It's the place that we grow together. It's the place that we stretch together. It's the place that we plant together. And so I don't have a lot of people in my space. But during the holidays, it is very normal for people to come over. It is very normal to plan for family dinners or family activities. That's normal. So in preparation for that, begin to pray about what types of interactions and engagement you want. Begin to realistically think about what you can have in your space, and also think about how you need to convey those needs. Think about also the pressures on the other people around you. So when you're thinking about your relationships, it's not just you, right? Like, you're starting with you, your relationship with you, your needs, and then expressing those, but then also being open to understand the needs of others. And then figuring out the balance for that. Because a lot of relationships, they break up over the holidays because of the stress, because of the poor communication, because of the anxiety, because of the need to impress others without valuing your own needs, right? And so you want to make sure that you're not doing that. That's really important. You want to make sure that you are not doing that. Your relationships are important, but your relationship with yourself is just as important. So take the time to think about what you need and how you can engage with other people in a healthy way without feeling like you're overextending yourself. If you can't have 50 people in your house, if you can't go to 5 different dinner parties, don't do it. Don't do it. Your friendships will thank you, because if you're going to places out of obligation and then you get overwhelmed and you happen to blow up, or you happen to implode, or you happen to withdraw, you ruin the experience for other people, and they have no idea what's going on. They have no idea what's going on. So you have to be honest about where you are. You also have to be honest about if you're feeling overwhelmed by certain things, there are people that God has sent to you that can help you in that season. So don't pull away from those people that are willing to love on you, that are willing to walk with you and sit with you. It doesn't have to be a big to-do, but it is something that's intentional for you. And so don't just pull away from people just to pull away, but also don't insert yourself into large functions if that's not something that you're able to stretch your capacity to receive. That's really what it is. Also understand that when we're talking about relationships, so this isn't just your friendships or your romantic relationships, but you're also talking about your kids, you're thinking about gifts and things like that. Set reasonable expectations, y'all. Set reasonable expectations. I know that we want to get our kids stuff. I do. I love it. I think it's special. I think it's a physical representation of gifts that Christ gave to us. But I also set really reasonable expectations. We have 3 to 5 gifts, like from us, from Rob and I, 3 to 5 gifts, and whatever other people give them, that's fine. But for us, it's 3 to 5. And so they have a list and they're aware of that. And then we choose off of that list, whatever 3 to 5 items it is. Don't get caught up in meeting other people's pockets. You can't do it. Okay. But if you communicate early what your constraints are, then people's expectations are reasonable. And so nobody's hurt, nobody's feeling a certain type of way, and you're not pushing to do something that you can't do. It's all about open communication. It's all about open communication. Like, for example, now with my siblings, because we have children, we don't get each other gifts anymore. Like, we used to get each other gifts when we didn't have kids and stuff like that. And before we were married. But once that happened, like, it's a no. And I don't. And I don't have any expectation for them. I also don't have an expectation for them to get anything for my children. Because again, your home is your home, and I don't want you to feel pressured into doing something. Your love, your care, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Be careful about throwing expectations on other people when you don't know what happens in their household. Just be aware. Okay. Let's talk about rest, because I think that this is the most important, well, almost most important, but most important one. Y'all chill out, relax. Everything is not gonna get done. Everything is not gonna get perfect, but your body needs rest. And so when your body begins to talk to you, and honestly, before it starts to talk to you, sit down. Sit down. It's perfectly fine. Sit down. Okay? It'll be waiting for you when you get up. But you need to rest, because if your body is not rested, if your mind is not rested, you are not at full throttle. You are not able to show up fully as yourself, and you're not able to be the person that people want to engage with during the season. Or you don't like you when you're tired either. Trust me, because you're probably cranky and you're anxious and you're doing things with resentment because you're tired. Rest. Schedule rest. Listen, if you have a planner for 2022, get it out for the rest of the year. Schedule in rest time. I don't care if it's 30 minutes a day. Rest time. And that can be a nap, that can be just sitting quietly, that can be going for a car ride to clear your head, that can be writing in your journal. Whatever rest looks like to you, schedule it. Because if you schedule it and you put an alarm in your phone, you're constantly reminded until you get into the practice of actually doing it. Rest is important. You cannot be at your best if you are tired all the time. You can't. You can't, because you can't even think. You cannot think. So it is absolutely important for you to rest, to be intentional about your rest, and to really protect your rest. If you find that people are constantly interrupting that time, either find a different time or get serious about telling people, no, I need to rest right now. This is my rest period. And if it's in the middle of the day and you know that you're at work, come on, find another time. But that's important. And then the last thing that I think is really important to talk about this season is go do something fun for you. Not for your boo, not for your kids, not for your family, but for you. Go do something fun. Schedule some good girl time. Like, get dressed up, get cute, go get dinner, go to the movies, go for a walk in the park, whatever it is that y'all like to do. If you want to run out of town for some window shopping, if you want to go ice skating, whatever it is, call your girls and go have fun. Go have fun. We get so caught up in the rat race that we forget to live. We forget to live. And it's important that you don't. We'll never get these moments back. Don't fill them with mundane things. Don't fill them with work. Don't fill them with things that won't matter tomorrow. Have fun. And do it with people that you care about, people that you can let your hair down with, people that you can grow with, people that understand you, people that are really wanting to experience the fullness of this season. Have fun. Schedule the girl time. And that's what I'm doing. I am actually headed to dinner with the girls. I'm gonna change, so you'll see my outfit in a second, but I'm gonna change and I'm gonna meet the girls at Shula's, which is one of my favorite restaurants, the PP Ink team. So Vic, Terry, Lena, and Ashley, we are having our end of the year meeting as well as dinner time together. So we're gonna talk a little bit of business and have a lot of girl chat, but we're also going to really just pour into each other spiritually, because we need that. We are doing a lot together and God has called us to a lot, and we need to hear from each other. And so taking that intentional time to minister to each other, to love on each other, to have fun with each other, this is key. So I'm going to take you along with me on that, so that you can see what it means and how serious I am about my friendships and how I want you to be serious about it too. And it doesn't have to be with a group of girls. If you have one friend, go with your friend. Go have fun. But cover all the things when you're together. Like, have fun, talk about Jesus, pray together, cry together, release together, you know, grow. Like, do the things that you need for you. Not your family, not your boo, not your kids, but you. Do that. And if you don't have a friend to go with you, get friendly with yourself, girl. Get friendly with yourself. What do you want to do? What do you need to release? Where do you need to grow? How do you need God to pour into you? How can you upgrade your to grow list? Don't throw a pity party. Still do it. Have fun with you. Do the things. So that's what we're about to do now. So give me a second and I'm gonna go get dressed. So you've already seen my outfit and the girls' outfits. So yeah, I'm excited. Obviously it is a girls' night out. I am hanging with the PP Ink crew. We are having some bonding time. We're going to dinner. We're gonna do some gifts. Just love on each other a little bit. We're actually just coming off of a team fast, so this is the perfect way to kind of culminate that and just really share in the goodness of what God is giving to each of us, individually and as a group. So I'm really, really excited about that. T's in town, all the things. Yeah, so I thought it would be fun to take you guys along. Ooh, y'all good? Y'all hear the gifts in the back falling. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm excited because this is our first time as a group physically being together since May, which was the date. Like, we chat all the time. We virtually meet, all those things, but this is our first time being in person together since May, all 5 of us, because we've all been together at varying points. but not all at once, not all together. So I'm actually really, really excited. My bun is doing its bunny things. So that's exciting. Hold on, this person is like doing something weird. Okay, perfect. Now we're good. Yeah, so I'm really excited to meet the girls and to see everybody and to just really, really gel. Really gel and have a good time. We're also celebrating that T is officially self-employed. So if you guys have not followed Align Solutions on Instagram or Facebook, go do that. And then more importantly, go to her site and book her. Book her. All the graphics that you see, all the video editing, all of those things she does. That now one of her services is not going to be video editing, so don't ask. But graphics, branding material, all of that, she does it, and trust me, it is top tier. Top tier. So you definitely want to reach out to her, to get on her radar and get your stuff together, because we're going into 2023 doing all the things. All the things. And I really do mean all of them. So if you're looking for someone to do graphics and branding for you, definitely reach out to her. Because now she's doing it full time. So she can open up her books a little bit more, take on way more clients. It's gonna be a thing. So I'm very excited for her. So we're gonna be celebrating that tonight. And then obviously we're gonna eat some really good food. We're gonna go to one of my favorite places, Shula's. I don't know if you guys remember, but for my 34th birthday, maybe my 34th, I had like a little post, like a little reel of like dinner, and the girls threw me a surprise birthday party. It was the cutest, but it was there, and I absolutely love that place. And so any excuse to go back, I will take it. Any excuse to go back. So I'm excited about that. Ashley, don't kill me. I forgot. Ashley got me a holder for my phone to record in the car, but I forgot it at home. So you guys are actually on the camera sitting on my dash as usual. So Ash, don't kill me when you see this, okay? But yeah, so it's gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm also in a place where intentionality is really big, and that's been spoken over me. It's also something that God has been speaking to me, and being intentional with the people in my life and the people that I'm going to build with, and really doing the work of seeing them and listening, and then also deciding, hey, does this evolve into something else, or does it transition into something else? Because you know, people grow, and you have to really allow for that stretching room, right? Like it's not going to be the same for forever in certain ways, right? Like there needs to be fruit and evolution. And so that's what I love about spending time with them, like getting to know each of their layers, and meshing with each of those layers, and seeing what God is doing, and hearing about the victories that they have and the things that they need prayer for. So definitely let this be a reminder. Do the girl time. Do the girl time. You need it. They need it. It's a thing. It's fun, but it's also life-giving, right? Like it fills your well. It literally fills your well. So do it. Absolutely do it. But you know, that's just my 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. I'm excited though. So my outfit is like a hodgepodge of things, so, but I feel very fun, very festive, even though it's black and white. But y'all know I wear black and white a lot. So I have like the checker, which I feel goes great for the holiday, like the gingham print. This white blazer that I got from TJ Maxx, this bodysuit that I got from Ross, MAC lipstick. Let's see. I know I have it. Okay. So yes, I got this MAC lipstick that I've had for forever, and it's called Choco Tease, and it's, you know, I love it because it's a matte, so it's not gonna rub off. It's not gonna get on anything. It's a nice rich brown color. I have on some, are these stockings? Is that what these are? They might be stockings, but they're thicker than stockings. What do you call the things that are thicker than stockings? Leggings. But these aren't leggings. I don't know. And these boots that I got from Ross as well. So it's a really comfortable, fun outfit. But I'm gonna tell you though, when I tell you I'm so glad that I'm actually like starting keto again, because this skirt used to be loose, and it is not loose. It is not loose. It's not loose. These thighs is crawling. Like they are crawling. So but yeah, so I am starting keto again, so I'm super excited about that. I actually enjoy keto in the sense that I sleep better, my leg tremors are fewer, I lose weight, you know, like all the things. So I'm very excited to get back to that state for sure. For sure. And I'm losing light, so I'm going to hop off. I'm gonna see you guys at the restaurant in a little bit. You're gonna see the girls again in the flesh. See you in a bit. This season, and it's important for us to hear where we each think that we are, because how do we support each other if we don't know?